This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Harris versus Ayala. You all have been together for a year and a half and have been married for 5 months. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Harris, why have you brought your wife 5 months to court today?
Well, Your Honor, I think that my wife is just cheating with men, and I'm here to find out today if she is or isn't, if my marriage is worth it to her, sir.
What does that feel like to think that your wife of 5 months is cheating on you?
Every day I struggle, I go crazy inside my head. It makes me sad, it tears me down. I'm just constantly rebuilding myself up. Every day, struggle.
All right, so what do you hope to prove today?
I hope that everything comes out correct and that we can find a way to get past our issues and save our marriage. This is my first marriage and it means the world to me and it's sacred, so I want to do anything and everything that I can to save it.
Miss Ayala, what are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove that I love her and there's been mistakes in our relationship, but I'm willing to do anything to save it. I love her.
Okay.
I'm so in love with her.
So this is really deep to you because I see the tears. I hear the emotion. Tell her, what does she mean to you?
You mean the world to me. And you know I've made mistakes. But we can get past it. Every obstacle we've come across has been hard for us. Not just that, but everything, and we can get over anything. For real, Tim. For real.
Ms. Harris, what's on the line here today?
Your Honor, my marriage is at stake. Everything. I feel like people don't take me and my marriage seriously, Your Honor. I feel like they laugh at me. I feel like I'm made a fool of because of the things that have happened. I feel, Your Honor, that I haven't even been able, honestly, to be sexually active with my wife because of what the cheating and the things that have gone on. I haven't been able to put myself in a position to do so because I'm not comfortable. So everything, my whole life is at stake right now.
How long has that been going on?
About 2 months, Your Honor.
Wow, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel worse than I already do inside, you know? I mean, it causes more stress than needed and more problems that are unwanted.
Are you punishing her?
No, I'm not, but I just can't bring myself to do things that are sacred to me without knowing what has been done.
So, Mr. Ayala, do you feel the tension in this relationship?
Yes, daily.
Do you feel it?
Tell me what that is like.
It's stressful, you know? I feel like I've been put in situations that has resulted in damaging our relationship, partly due to Demi's behavior towards me.
And so, from your standpoint, you're saying that's all in the past, though?
Yeah, it's in the past, as of today.
And your wife is here to find out what's currently going on?
Yes.
And you are here to tell her that there's nothing currently going on?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
Okay, so you all had some time before this tension. Tell me about what it was like when you fell in love.
She was totally different from anybody that I've ever met. It's like I found a lot of qualities in her that I didn't even really know that I liked. She's a wonderful mom. She's funny. She's dysfunctional. She's super dysfunctional and being multitasking, and I'm not. I get things done. I'm on point. So she kind of balances me out, you know. And I didn't really know, and I found all these qualities in her that made me want to marry her. I totally am okay with being with her for the rest of my life. And, you know, another thing was that, you know, she was not normally the type of person I would go for. She pursued me hardcore.
Okay.
She came after me and was very consistent and persistent, which made me, I had to give her a chance just on that alone.
Right,
Just her
who doesn't like being
consistency.
chased?
Yeah.
So I decided to, you know, with the pursuance of me, I had to try. I had to give her a chance.
So, Mr. Ayala, what was it about her that made you pursue her?
Look at that smile, cut. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's giggling and blushing. I love it.
I had like a crush on her from afar for like a year before she even knew.
Never knew.
Oh, what made you make the first move?
I wanted her so bad.
Wow.
I wanted her so badly that I was willing to put myself out there and basically I started feeling like I was.
Wait a minute. Did you hear her? She went.
Look, when
She got chill. She's got chill.
when you see something you want, you go for it, right?
Right.
There you go. That's how we
Right.
got together. You see something, you go for it.
Yeah, Mr. Cutler, he kind of chased me a little bit.
Well, I saw you and I had to have you, right?
I ain't mad at
There
you.
you go. All right. So it sounds like you all got off to a great start.
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
What went wrong?
Oh, man. Basically, we were having a kind of a rough time in our relationship, and we had gotten to a disagreement, and she chose to leave with a neighbor. And, you know, when I called and asked her what she was doing, because I had this feeling that she was being, there was infidelity, she told me that I was incorrect, so.
Did you ever ask your neighbor about this?
That I didn't have to. She was on her way home to me, and the neighbor and her had gotten into a disagreement, and the neighbor called me and told me she slept with a nephew not once but twice.
So before your wife could even get back home, the neighbor had already called you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And told you that she had slept with the neighbor's nephew.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
How did you do that?
I was in a vulnerable spot, a vulnerable day, a vulnerable month, a vulnerable.
So you were hurt, you were angry.
Yes.
This person caught you at a point where you normally wouldn't have said yes, but you took a second look.
Yes. There was no prior contact. One thing led to another. I kind of felt pressured and vulnerable. We weren't having sex. We were arguing all the time. You know, I didn't have no outlet to speak to anybody about anything, so I felt down.
Okay.
You know,
I saw you shaking your head like, what is that? Why are you shaking your head?
Vulnerable and angry, Your Honor, I took too long in the shower, so she decided to leave. And then, previously before that, there was a fellow with a bad rep that I knew that I told her not to go around, and I was so sick I couldn't have covers on me. And I needed her to take care of me, and I wake up the next morning and she's gone. And it's not until the people that she's with leave her stranded somewhere and she busts through my door and falls asleep that I go through her phone and find out that her little friend has told her, oh, well, don't let Demi know that, you know, what's going on and just sneak out and just go with us. It's okay.
Mr. Ayala, you seem to disagree with that.
I have caused a lot of unwanted, unneeded
Okay, so
pain to our relationship.
But aren't you giving her a reason for her to be suspicious of you? I mean, if you're going out with people that are
I'm put in. We fight so much. I'm put in these situations.
There's nothing that I don't do for her, Your Honor. I'll give her a bath if I have to. I will shave her legs. I will cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for her. I take care of her. I help take care of her kids, Your Honor. I put everything on the line. My family will not mess with me because of how she's done me, Your Honor, but that's my wife, and I refuse to let anybody stand or get in her way, you know, of us. And if it means going through things to get to the, you know, the good parts of it, I will do that.
Do you think that these individuals are not supportive because you're a same-sex relationship?
I think these individuals aren't supportive because she allows them to not be supportive. She allows them to do whatever. She says it's okay for whoever, whatever, to go against our relationship. She doesn't correct anybody, and that's why I feel like a fool, and I feel like our relationship isn't taken seriously. This is very serious to me. I feel like I'm constantly disrespected. Everybody's laughing at me. Like I demand respect in my relationship with her because I would never let anybody disrespect her or this relationship.
Why do you believe that she's cheating now?
She got mad and took off from me and was gone for 5 days. I had no idea where she was.
What caused her to take off?
You know, Your Honor, she left me at the dollar store with our groceries and told me that I didn't care about her nor love her, and waited until I got home to leave. And she didn't have a phone, so I'm trying to find out where she is. I mean, I start getting private calls, and I don't answer private calls. Well, I finally answer it, and lo and behold, it's my wife calling me private.
Hold on. I'm seeing the look on your face. You look angry. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
Every emotion possible. It doesn't matter what happened in the details because we'll fight till the end about that. The problem is we need help.
But in order for us to help you, we need to kind of know some of the details. Why did you leave?
Because me and Demi, when we're together, we need air sometimes.
Okay, and when couples argue, yes, sometimes you need some breathing room, some breathing space. Now, most people don't leave for 5 days.
Disappear.
So why did you leave for 5 days?
Well, I left spontaneously. I couldn't help it.
Let me ask you, what do you think happened Ms. Harris, during those 5 days?
During those 5 days, I found out she was with someone that she had ran off with before that was so despicable to me because I took care of this guy when he had nothing. And then he takes off with my wife knowing how I feel. So I feel like she took off with him again, and I felt the first time it happened that she was liking on maybe that something sexual had happened.
You believe that she cheated on you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Ms.
Ms.
Ayala?
Ayala?
No, that's true. That's so untrue.
So nothing happened between you and this mutual friend?
No.
To top it off, I run into a friend of mine that I haven't seen for a few months. And he tells me one of the nights that she had taken off on me here within the last month or so, she takes off with his relative, and they're together the whole entire night. And I think that something sexual happened that night as well. She says that it didn't, but they just went to the casino. My friend says otherwise. You know, he says that he wasn't in the house, but he's pretty sure that they had sex. And I'm just like blown away. It kills me.
We have a statement, a witness statement to the court about that event, and I'd like to read it into the record. I know for a fact that Sasha slept with one of my family members. My family member told me all the details of him and Sasha. He told me where they had sex, how many times, and he was very explicit. My family member said they had sex like 5 times that night. I had to let Demi know about all this because she's my friend. Wow. How does that make you feel? I see the tears in your eyes.
Not good enough, Your Honor. I feel worthless. Like, what's wrong with me? I love her. I've never stepped out on her. I've made my mistakes, being controlling and things, but I was given every issue to, Your Honor. I was given every reason to feel that way, but I love her with all my heart. This is my wife, and I just feel like if it can be saved, it can be saved. But I haven't been able to be sexually active with her. I haven't been able to even have a relationship really because I feel like it's so much lies that I just need the truth and honesty, and she's not able to give it to me, so that's why we're here today.
And that's what this court is about, trying to help people find answers so they can move forward.
The truth. Miss Ayala, I see that you're hurting. I see you looking. How does it make you feel that whatever you've been doing, even if it's been innocent, is making your wife feel worthless? Those are the words out of her mouth.
Kills me inside. It does, because I do love her. And I want to fix this. I just don't know how.
Well, do you understand how disappearing for days at a time and being with other people will contribute to her feeling this way?
Of course.
I mean, I'm vulnerable too, Your Honor. I hurt too, but I don't go sleep with other people to make it better.
All right, you came into this court, you've testified that you did not have sex with your neighbor's relative, nor with a mutual friend. Your wife is begging, pleading for the truth. I'm going to ask you, and I'm looking right in your eye, are you telling the truth?
No.
All right. Did you have sex with a mutual friend?
Yes. It just happened. Dim. Look at me.
I can't look at you.
If there's anything that can happen, just between us, if there's anything that it can fix, I want to fix it. If not, I just want us to be better people.
Ms. Harris, she's confessed. Where are you? Can you accept her confession and move forward?
No, Your Honor. I can't, and I won't.
I don't want to lose my life.
Ms. Ayala, I want to get to the bottom of the other accusation. Did you have sex with the neighbor's relative?
Yes. There's difference. There's not.
5, 6 people now
Hold on. She's opening up. Talk to us. Tell us how this occurred.
There was no sexual intercourse, let's say that, on this one.
Okay. Until you all figure out how to communicate your needs and your desires, you're gonna have these situations.
And Ms. Ayala, at the very beginning, Ms. Harris said she has some concerns about the people that you're hanging around with. Well, those concerns seem to be valid to me because these people that you're hanging around with, as soon as they see you're in a vulnerable position, they're taking advantage of that. Those are not good people to be around.
Right.
So if you're going to move forward, you either have to get your friends in check or find some new ones. You all have been together for 2 years, you're living together, you have 2 children together, and now you're concerned that he's cheating.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Bradberry, why have you opened this case today?
I opened this case today because I know that Mr. Bramlett over here, I know that he is cheating on me. He's a lot he done in previous times in the past. I also have messages from other females. I get tired of it.
And you all have a family together. You have twins, correct?
Yes, we do, a girl and a boy.
So if you find out he's cheating, what does that do for your relationship?
I'm gonna kick rocks, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna leave.
You're done, you're leaving.
I'm done, because like I said before, it's happened numerous times. I done took him back.
Mr. Bramlett,
Yes, sir.
what are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating, not creeping, and I'm here to confess my love to Miss Bradberry.
You got a little smile out of it, but she's like, you're gonna have to do more than that.
A little bit better than
You
that.
gotta do more than that.
Way more.
Tell me what happened in the past.
Your Honor, one day I was on social media. A girl hit me up on social media, asked me was I in a current relationship with DeAndre. I told her, yeah. I was pregnant at the time. I didn't feel like I wanted to deal with it, so I passed the phone to my friend, which is my witness today.
Okay.
And then what did this person say after that?
She said, well, I've been talking to him. I didn't know you was in a relationship with him. And I'm like, okay, here, take the phone. I don't care.
So you kind of saw where this is going.
I knew where this was going. Yes, sir. I knew what was going.
And you gave it to your friend.
I gave it to my friend to deal with because I did not, like I said,
Okay.
I was already stressed out.
Would you stand up, please, ma'am?
Yes.
And tell us your name.
My name is Mariah Williams.
Okay, Ms. Williams. So Ms. Bradberry gets this communication from this person
Yes.
asking about Mr. Bramlett. She doesn't want to deal with it, and so she gives it to you. What do you do at that point?
Well, she handed me the phone, and the girl was like, well, I'm sorry, I don't want to upset you or anything like that. I don't want you to feel like I'm the second woman or anything like that.
Where does this go? What happens as a result of all that?
Well, I was like, well, send me proof that you guys were in a relationship. So she sent text messages, and she also sent me a video.
And so do you have this video?
Yes, I do.
All right,
do.
Rob,
I would like
you
to
get that,
submit it
please.
to the court.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Wow.
Okay, this is a video of a man who appears to be Mr. Bramlett pleasuring a woman.
And it's no doubt it's you.
Mr. Bramlett.
And this is the cheating from the past
Yes.
that destroying the trust in your relationship.
Yes, and that's
Okay,
more.
so Mr. Bramlett,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, picture speaks 1,000 words, a
It
video about 1,000,000.
And that was
do.
screaming.
And this one is screaming. So what you got to say?
Okay, here's what happened. At the time,
Well, we see what's happening. We want to know how we got there.
All right, she was pregnant, as she said, 5 months pregnant. So mood swings is all over the place. So
I know. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish this. I'm not gonna presume. Go ahead.
So at the time, I want, you feel me? I need her. Like, she just blocks me out, like literally. So I can't talk to her like I want to. So I go to another.
That don't give you no
Someone
right
else.
to go.
No.
That don't give you no right to go and cheat on me.
First of all, there's no conversation in the video I just saw.
None.
So whatever talking you were gonna do, it doesn't look like you did it.
Or needed to do, that wasn't happening.
That didn't happen.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I didn't mean nothing at all. I mean, it was just a one time
To who?
thing.
To who did it not mean anything?
To you?
Did it, Miss? Hold on. Let's just find out, Miss Bradberry. When you saw this, did it mean something to you?
All I can say is it hurt me really bad because I've been knowing him since I was 14 years old, and I really love him. It hurts that you pleasuring somebody else, and it ain't me.
So it did mean something to someone. And I bet if I talked to this lady, it meant something to her. So you're the only person in this triangle that didn't mean anything to. Okay.
It was another girl who DM'd me on social media. She screenshotted me conversations between her and him. He was like, I don't want to be with her. She don't make me happy.
So out of the blue, this woman DMs you and says, hey, I'm with your man. Or, I mean, how did this conversation, you didn't just open it and it was a bunch of text messages.
I opened it and she asked me. It was, like I said, there's numerous times that this happened.
Ms. Bradberry submitted text messages to the court that she received from this woman. The first one says, I love you, blank, and only you. Do you love me? This is the woman number one. This is woman number two. Baby, I'm not happy with her. Do you see me happy? I want you, blank, in my life. I want you, blank, so get that in your head, dude. Now, here's woman number three. How you want someone to come over but not replying?
So what we have is that he had sex with another woman, that you're getting DMs from other women, him talking about he's unhappy with you. After all of this, why did you take him back?
I took him back because, he's caring, he's sweet, he sings to me, he gives me massages, the sex is wonderful. He was a little butterball back then, you feel me? He was a little butterball, so, he lost all that weight, it got better.
Oh.
It got way better.
It got better when he lost weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Bramlett, what was it that you liked about her?
I love everything about her. She can cook. That's why I was big now. That's why I was big. The sex is wonderful. Wonderful.
That's all you got?
No,
Right.
no, she's the love of my life. I mean, she helps me. I mean, if I need anything or want anything, she got it. I mean, she goes out her way to help me out. If there's anything about the kids, about my kids, she got it.
So Mr. Bramlett, you're in love with her because sounds like she's good to you, she's good to your family. She is the kind of woman that you want to marry. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
And because of that, this one incident we have of you cheating, are you telling this court that that's the only time that you've cheated?
Yes.
That since she took you back, there haven't been any other instances of you stepping out, being unfaithful, being with another woman?
No, sir.
That's what you're telling this court?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Bradberry, you've heard what he had to say. Why do you think he's still cheating?
I was in the hospital because I was giving birth. I had a scheduled date to go to the hospital to give birth. The day I was at the hospital, my friend also was in the hospital. She gave birth the same time as me. She told me, that she called up a girl, and apparently he was with her.
Okay, wait a minute. What did he tell you about why he wasn't there?
He said that I wasn't at the hospital when he came up there.
So he comes to the hospital and you weren't there. So then what did you do, Mr. Bramlett?
I went home. She said a schedule, and she wasn't there.
Did you ask anybody about her?
I did.
And what did they say?
She's not here. So I was gonna go back to her house to see where she at. So then I ran out of gas. My phone died.
She's having your children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
She's having your twins, right?
Right.
You're concerned about this, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So did you call from the hospital? Baby, where are you? You're supposed to be here.
I didn't call.
And so you just went home.
No,
But you,
he didn't.
No, you ran out of gas.
I ran out of gas.
Okay, and then you said
his phone died.
So I walked home.
You the
And then-
unluckiest person to walk the face of the earth. What else? That the dog ate your homework? Is that what we're hearing next?
Okay, was he there for the birth of your kids?
He wasn't there for the birth of the kid. He was there after I gave birth to my kids. And he came. Yes, he came, but he stayed for 10 minutes, Your Honor. And he left.
10 minutes?
You stayed there for
It wasn't
10
no
whole
10
minutes
minutes.
and you left.
Wasn't no
You
10
left
minutes.
afterwards. And I mind you, I was there for 5 days. He did not show up after that.
He didn't take you home either?
Girl, no, he didn't take me home. I asked him, was you with another female?
So let me get this straight. While you're in the hospital giving birth to his children, he is out cheating.
Out cheating, Your Honor.
Who were you with during the time that your girlfriend was in the hospital?
I was at my house.
What woman were you with?
Well, no woman.
Mr. Bramlett, come on now.
No woman.
Miss Bradberry, did you ever follow up with this woman that said she was with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me about that.
A month later, we posted something on Facebook. She hit me up and said, I'm the reason why that he came up to the hospital. I'm the one who sent him up there because he didn't want to go up there.
Like, you should be thankful for that.
Why would this woman do that?
I don't know. Why would she do that?
Do you know the woman who is sending these emojis and comments?
I do.
How do you know her?
From school.
Okay, how else do you know her?
That's it. That's how we know each other from.
So what kind of school do you go to where the women are that hateful? And just to, rub some salt in the wound, the woman tells her via DMs that the reason he came to see you is because I sent him. He didn't even want to come see you. And based on all of this, you believe he's cheating, and that's why we're here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Bradberry, I gotta tell you, you are around the age of my own kids. I have all boys. But if you were my daughter, I would be so upset with you. You said you have a baby girl. She is going to figure out her worth based on how you see your worth. I want you to think about it. I think you need to pray about it. Okay? All right.
What we have here is a 2-year relationship involving children on the line. A whole family is on the line because if he's cheating, you're done.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Bradberry, are you ready for these results?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bramlett, before we get to these results, is there anything you want to share with the court?
No, sir.
Is there anything you want to share with Ms. Bradberry?
No, sir.
This court has done a full investigation. At this time, the court would like to call a certified polygraph examiner and licensed private investigator and former special agent to the FBI, Mr. Kendall Scholl, to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom. Mr. Scholl. Good afternoon, Mr. Scholl.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Scholl, I love that bow tie. I love it. I love a man in a bow tie.
Thank you. My 4-year-old grandson, who says he likes to dress up fancy like his grandpa, picked this out, gave it to me for Christmas, so I told him I'd wear it in court today.
Aw. Well, he's got good taste. He's off to a great start.
He is. Thank you.
You performed a polygraph examination on Mr. Bramlett. Is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Bramlett, I'm watching you. Your hands are moving all over that podium. You're looking down. I'm seeing all the classic signs. Now, in this courtroom, we say regularly, it is better for you to tell your story than Mr. Scholl to tell your story. And he's going to give us the results. But if you have anything you need to say, because I'm watching this, you need to say it now. And if you don't, we can go to Mr. Scholl. He's standing right here with everything.
Yes, I got something to say.
What do you want to tell Ms. Bradberry?
Yes, Miss Bradberry, I did.
You did what? Please explain yourself.
I did cheated on you. It didn't mean nothing. but my heart is with you.
What you mean it didn't mean
Was it when she was
nothing?
giving birth to the twins? Is that the only time you've cheated? Is that a yes or no? You
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
up. You've been
Yes,
talking a
ma'am.
lot. You talk now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You are letting a good person out of your life for a stupid reason.
Stupid, selfish, senseless. Okay, y'all got these babies together.
You've got a co-parent, and so you need to take advantage of our counseling because with all of this going on, you still have to co-parent these kids effectively for the rest of their lives. And so you need to know how to work that out.
Because when you walk out of here and all of this really falls on you, everything that's transpired today, you're gonna need something to help you cope and move through this. You rate pretty low on my poll right now. It takes a lot to get me. But here's this woman is in the hospital delivering your babies. Not one baby, but 2 babies, yours. And the best that you have to offer her is to be laid up with some other woman. Shame on you. You all have been together for 3 years. You both want to get married, but your wedding plans are on hold, possibly forever because of cheating allegations. Tell me why you're here, Miss Burkhart.
I've been with this man for 3 years. I have given him my heart, my soul. I have opened up every aspect of my life to him, and he treats it like it's all just one big joke.
What are you doing to make you think that he's cheating? What is happening? Oh. Have I asked the magic question?
I have like every spy device possible.
Okay, tell me about
I have
this.
GPS on his car. I had, for a year, I had to where it could record background noise. I could read his text messages. I could even hear his phone calls.
So you are out there playing I Spy.
Yeah, I have to. I'm like a certified detective now. Just I haven't been to school for it.
And you,
Okay, Mr. Williams, how does this make you feel that the love of your life is like she got her eye on you and about 10 other eyes?
In the beginning, it's cool. I understand. You know, I've done stuff. I understand everything she's doing. But now that time goes on, it's just like craziness. I mean, I just can't handle it no more. I mean, it's,
So you're
I'm telling
saying-
the truth, which whatever comes out of my mouth is going to look like a lie anyway, because I already lied in the beginning. So no matter what I say, it's just going to be a lie.
So you're saying because you've broken the trust,
Right.
there is no
I
trust.
screwed this whole thing up. You know, I mean.
but in the beginning, when she first put these
You know,
out,
most people screw up at the end. I wanted to screw up in the beginning, so the end would get, you know.
Okay, well, you keep talking about this broken trust. What did you do at the beginning?
You know, I mean, she knew I had a girlfriend. She's the one who, she knew I had a girlfriend. I meant, but I didn't know if is this
No,
one right?
they
or-
were
Wait a
broke
minute,
up,
hold
he
up.
said.
You said you had a girlfriend when you had a girlfriend?
Right,
So it was a triangle.
right, triangle.
so Ms. Burkhart, this is in the beginning of your
This
relationship?
is the beginning, yes.
How long were you all together when this?
Probably a month.
Oh my God! But you know what? Beyond that point of that 8 months on, honestly, I have never cheated.
Okay, so Ms. Burkhart, he is saying I screwed up at the beginning.
Right.
Right.
But I've been right ever since.
You damn right.
All right.
Darn right.
I've been certified by Mr. Williams. Okay, so what is it that makes you think he's cheating now?
Well, first we have the babysitter after we've been together for a year. His babysitter.
Tell me about that.
She tried to call his phone, and I asked who it was, and he said it was the babysitter. Well, it's also one of his ex-girlfriends.
Okay, hold on. So where were you all? Where were you? Were at home, in a car? Where were you?
I was at home and he was, I think, maybe at work that day.
Okay, so
and
what
I
happened?
messaged her and I said, quit calling my man.
Hold on.
Wait.
You were home and he was at work.
Because remember, at this time, his phone's tapped and everything, so I see everything that he sees.
Okay, all right.
So I didn't see it on his phone. I saw it on my stuff.
There it is.
About his phone.
That's what I was confused about.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Right.
So now tell me what happened.
So I said, whose number is this? And he's like, first he tried to say it was a guy, but I'm friends with that guy too, and he doesn't have that phone number. So I said,
Rookie mistake.
right. And then he said, oh, that's my babysitter. Okay. So I said, well, why is she calling you at 3 in the morning when she's not even with your kids?
Because the good ones do that.
Right. All the time people do that. So I messaged her and I said, stop calling my man or I'm going to show up at your doorstep.
And she said,
okay, Miss Thing, let me just tell you what your man's really doing. He's texting me and calling me every single day, telling me how beautiful I am and how much of a beep you are.
okay, but wait a minute. Don't you have a device on the phone? Wouldn't you see those messages to him? To her?
No, he was messaging from his friend's phone.
Oh, and you hadn't been able to get a hold of the friend's phone.
Right.
Mr. Williams, question number 1. Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 in the morning?
This whole thing was just it was just a messed up thing. And I told the chick I don't want nothing to do with it no more. Then that's when she decides to call and say, hey, you know what your boyfriend's been doing? La, 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 la. Like I was just like.
Well, you kind of glossed over that a little bit. I don't want
I was about to say, Mr. Tyler, you gonna let him do that?
That was real smooth how he tried to do that.
Yeah. Ask the question.
Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 in the morning?
To get together.
Okay, let me ask a different question.
Wait, he answered it. To get together.
Right.
To get together with you.
Yeah, to borrow
To get
some money.
together with you to
borrow
do
some money
something.
or whatever.
What's
Well,
the
it's not
whatever?
for whatever.
Yeah, that's the. Mr. Williams.
I never slept with her. I mean, when I was going out with her, I never slept with her. It was a kiss. She knew about it. That's all.
Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear what he said?
That they kissed?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You gonna ask him about that?
You can ask him.
No, you go
You
ahead.
can ask.
Why are you kissing the babysitter?
She was an ex. I'm telling you, the 2016, I didn't take her serious. I didn't take nothing serious. I was a cheater.
We've been together for a year at this point.
I mean,
So you're saying, but that's the only time.
yeah, let me put something straight.
All right.
I did what I did.
Yeah.
I did what I did, okay? I've done what I done in 2016. But beyond this point, there's nothing. I have learned to love.
Liar.
I learned to cherish what she had.
There's the liar.
I mean, I could never ask for a better woman in my life. I mean, God put, really, hands
Okay.
down.
So you're doing all this stuff, which is very innovative. Yeah. You're doing all this stuff. Have you seen anything
Oh, yeah.
that you think he's cheating?
Yeah, his new thing is he likes to get on dating apps. In fact, I actually have a picture of a screenshot of one of his sites.
Ron, would you get that, please?
Yes, Sean.
This is a different one.
And you know this?
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
This is one of the dating
profile.
sites and his name and what he says on there as about himself.
Fun one-night stand. About Tommy. One-night stands are good love, having fun, eating blank like a champ. Live like it's your last.
Wants to date, but nothing serious.
But he doesn't think about anybody else.
So, Mr. Williams,
Did you put this out here in the world?
Yep.
while you were with Ms. Burkhart,
I was kicked out at the time.
No.
why were you kicked out?
I get kicked out all the time for lying.
Yeah.
And
So why
I
were
know
you?
this doesn't make sense, but it does in my head. I mean,
All right. So you lie about things. That's why you constantly get kicked out. Is that?
I lie about going to the boat, gambling. I mean, I lie about a lot of stuff.
Are you being facetious or are you being real?
He's being real.
I'm being real.
Okay, all right.
I don't lie. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I just want to get to the bottom of this. I mean, I have cheated in
He
the
just said
beginning.
he don't lie.
But anymore.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on, Ms. Hold on.
Your testimony is, I'm a liar. Yes or no?
I have lied.
I know I just said yes or no. Did I not just say yes or
yes,
no?
I am a liar. Yes.
Okay, and so she doesn't trust you at all.
Right. No trust at all. I don't blame her.
Now,
Okay.
All right, so now my question is, when you get kicked out for lying, do you go out and make profiles?
I do not talk to no other females. I'm telling you this right now. I don't. You might look at the dating sites. All this might look to a judge and jury. I'm guilty as hell, but I'm not. Okay, I am not.
All right,
I am faithful to her. I know it sounds crazy, but I am. Ever since that kiss, I'm beyond. I have not talked to no female, have not even mentioned no female. I might get on the dating sites and go on and blah, 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 but I don't talk to nobody.
Except for the girl on.
I still don't talk to nobody.
Okay,
So,
tell me about it. Tell me about this.
Well, he was getting messages on his phone, so I texted this girl this number from my phone and said, "Quit texting my man."
Oh, please show the picture.
You submitted those
Oh,
tabs.
please show the picture.
I did.
Okay.
Please show the picture.
So
Show the
she
picture.
says, "Here's that pics I told you I was sending."
And Ms. Burkhart, you responded, "You're ugly."
Yeah.
And she says, "I was chatting with a guy on there. I guess he gave me the wrong number."
And then you say, "Quit texting my boyfriend."
Yeah.
Yeah, show the woman, please.
And then it says, she says, "Sorry, babe, can't speak."
Keep sending my man pics, and I'm going to rip your
Beep.
blanket hair out.
Yeah.
Okay, so did she respond to this?
She did.
Oh, what did she do?
She sent me
Oh,
this.
Ron, would you get that?
Your Honor.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, ma'am.
And are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Which she also sent to his phone as well.
But are you serious? Look at me,
Wow.
Your Honor, look at me. Really?
And so this is
I
what
have a $9 hour job.
Hold on.
Are you serious? I'm sorry. It's crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
I'm not in
Mr.
Hollywood.
Williams?
So, Mr. Williams, you're saying you're not having conversations with these folks. Why is she sending you a picture?
I really honestly don't know. I mean,
How'd she get his phone number?
really?
See how his life is? See how he's living? Uh-huh. He's got it like that. Uh-huh. Some men got it like that. I mean, some of us got to work. You know, some men it just falls in their
What
lap.
you working on?
I'm working on you.
I mean,
I spend all my time working on you.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
I think we got enough. I think,
Do you?
Yeah, I think because, I mean, it's going back and forth. I hear what's going on. You know, he says, yes, he's cheated in the past and he's made some mistakes, but not since 2017 has he been involved with anybody else. He's been faithful to her. Ms. Burkhart doesn't believe it. She doesn't buy it.
I understand.
If he's lying, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why at this time the court would like to call interrogator Lena Cisco and licensed polygraph examiner Kendall Schul to determine, is he cheating? Ron, would you escort them in? We conducted an interrogation as well as a polygraph examination to get to the answers today. So we have Ms. Cisco and Mr. Schul here. Ms. Cisco, what did you do to determine about Mr. Williams' dealings with the babysitter?
I asked him about the relationship. He told me that he gave her money and that she kissed him. And then he made the comment, if I'm gonna be giving someone something, why not get something in return? And so then I asked him specifically if he was having sex with her, and he responded no, and as he said this, he showed disgust on his face, which to me appeared to be a truthful response.
Aha. And so, Mr. Schul, you asked Mr. Williams, since being in a relationship with Miss Burkhart, have you had sexual intercourse with your babysitter? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Ms. Cisco, in your investigation, what did you determine about Mr. Williams having sexual contact with any other women that Ms. Burkhart doesn't know about?
He started telling me a story which was on a part of their separation when he got kicked out of the house for a 3-week period of time. And
3 weeks?
his co-worker had introduced him to a female.
Oh,
And as he was telling me this story, he leaned back in his chair and he put his hands behind his head, which is a classic body language position for confidence and satisfaction.
So when was this?
Hold on, Ms. Burkhart. And so, Mr. Shule, you asked Mr. Williams, other than the 2 women Ms. Burkhart knows about, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Burkhart? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, now you mentioned that you have lied. Now's the time to come clean.
I wasn't with nobody. That's the problem. I mean, I was introduced to somebody, but I didn't go no further.
Well, but you've had sexual contact with somebody.
No, I have not. Never have.
Okay, so this person you were introduced to, tell me about that. You just met on the phone, you met in person?
Yeah. Went for,
Which one?
We went, matter of fact, we went to the boat that night. But.
So you met and you went gambling with her?
Right, but it just...
Did you go to bed with her?
No.
Did you kiss her?
No.
Did you fondle her?
No.
Did you touch her in any way?
No, I didn't even lie. I wasn't even interested.
Okay, you know what? He's not gonna tell the truth.
Right.
Hey, it's over.
It is over.
Mr. Shield, did he admit anything to you?
He did, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
He admitted to me during the polygraph that during a breakup that happened about 1.5 years ago, that he did have sex with other women.
Other women, plural.
Yes.
Ms. Burkhart, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think you needed to come here to know the truth. You've known. You've known
But
in your heart.
I had to, because when he leaves, he tells me that I'm wrong, you know, and I start thinking that I'm wrong and I don't know for sure. And so this was the only way that I can make him leave and know for sure.